Hey everybody, it is the middle of April, and a week ago I went and I looked for some mushrooms, very highly prized mushrooms, morels. And this was the first time I've ever looked for them on our property, and I found a few, just a few. We're at about 3,000 feet in western North Carolina. Lots of my friends and neighbors in the area have been finding a few. I guess this isn't a great year for morels, but it's a decent year in some areas, I guess, but it's not like a crazy year. But I did find a few on my first ever mushroom hunt. Now I am going to go up our property here, and it goes up about 600-700 feet actually. It's pretty steep up there, but I'm gonna go up and see if I can find another harvest of morel mushrooms, and hopefully it's going to be bigger than last time, because last time we just got a taste. Now I want a meal, so let's get to it. So I'm about halfway up the mountain here on our property. We do have trails, but they're overrun with young saplings, probably 20-year-old trees, some of these. 15, I don't know. Mainly tulip poplar. One day I'd like to get these cleared out enough for the horses, but it's just another project, gotta get going on it. I do got my rattlesnake stick here in case I find any rattlers, copperheads, anything like that. I don't really kill those on my property. If they were down by the house, I'd relocate them somewhere, but I think snakes have a good purpose in the environment. But it's good to have a rattlesnake stick with you. I'm not really seeing any mushrooms. I don't know if it's too late or not. We got a nice little spring on our property. I may go explore that. We've had a lot of rain lately, and it's just cool to be out here. So even if I don't find any mushrooms, any I guess morels, I'm still having a good time out here, just enjoying where I'm at. So I can't really complain about that. But I'm gonna keep searching and see if I can find something to take home to eat. Mayapple, but no apples. So a good portion of our property was logged, I think about 25 years ago. We still do actually have some big trees on the property along this ravine, a couple really big ones, but this was a decent sized tree that was harvested and dragged out of here. And every now and then you can see some of these big old stumps, and if you're lucky, there's still a few big trees left way up on the hill here. So no mushrooms yet. I haven't seen any morels. Maybe I waited too long. I found a few last week, but maybe, I missed them. I could maybe find some other mushrooms around here. We got pheasant back and chicken of the woods maybe right now. But this is another one of our trails. So we have a really steep trail that goes from our house to almost the top of our property, and it goes up about 500 feet or so, 600 feet maybe. And then we have all these trail intersections that were used for logging. And as you can see, it wouldn't take much work to clear this out, this little section, but there's lots of trails like this that just kind of dead end. And what I'd love to do is make some trail loops, some intersections, and some switchbacks, and then we could ride the horses. maybe get a four-wheeler, a side-by-side. But as you can see, this would take some work for one person. And then over here's a trail, if you can see it. But see how there's lots of big logs in the way? It would definitely take some work. But it's something I'd love to do one day, is get these trails going for the girls to ride horses and ATVs and just have some more fun in the backwoods here. Doesn't look like much, but this is our little spring, or part of it. And a lot of times this runs dry in the summer, but it's the lifeblood of this little hillside. And further down, we found salamanders and crawdads even, which is pretty amazing. Just nice to have. And again, it doesn't look like much, but I'm glad we got it here. And it's our little spring that starts on our property, and it's always fun to explore it. And right now we can check it out, but in a month or so, this section will be dried up until it gets further down. And I'm just happy we got it. This is literally, I think, the start, the headwaters of our little creek here. It isn't much. Then you can see up here, just turns to around again. You got some nice big rocks, little cliffs up there. No mushrooms, but lots of beautiful things to see. Check out this patch of May apples. You like the apples? How about these May apples? Really beautiful plants. A little cliff here. Windy up here. I'm on the top of our property, and like I said, it goes up about 500 feet from our house to here. I wasn't on a trail. I was looking for mushrooms, just exploring. Still didn't find any mushrooms, but what a great little hike to the top of our ridge. I don't come up here that often, and I wasn't even planning on it today. I was trying to look for those mushrooms, didn't find any, but I made the most of it at the very top, and I really enjoy being up here. I would really love to get the trails figured out better. Just one of the many projects on our homestead here. And hopefully I can get that done soon. But thanks for joining us. I'm going to take the trail back down, and who knows, maybe I'll find some mushrooms on the way down. Till next time, keep on dreaming.